Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the Infernac universe Geocron. Now I'm going to be honest, I do not know much about this universe other than all of their Hasbro releases look like rocks, and that makes sense because his name is Geocron, and they're pretty silly. I'm not really a fan of all of them, but I was able to get this guy below retail, and he looked the coolest out of all of them in my opinion, and it was pretty cheap, so I was more than happy to get it. And it's a pretty fun one. The instructions are short, and it is a robot figure that turns into a motorcycle that also doubles as sort of a blade. Now that's neat, and let's get right into it. The color scheme is alright. I do like the purple, and as for articulation, we have our normal 90-degree angle bends, and he does have that weird kind of annoying tail thing in the back, but you don't really notice it, so that's fine with me. One other thing that I did want to note about this is that his weapon is kind of bland, but it works in its other forms. And the reason I say bland is just because you stick it on top of his hand and it's like this giant cover for his wrist. But either way, it's a neat figure. Like he looks evil, and that's perfectly fine with me. Will I collect all the other ones? Almost definitely not, but it's neat. I've seen lots of really cool custom creations of combiners with these types of figures. But anyways, let's get to the transformation. It'll start with hiding the face with the front thing, and then rotating it and bringing up the wheel. And then as for the arms and legs, I did get a little confused at first, however it makes more sense like when you actually take a second to look at it. So we'll rotate the legs 180 degrees. Side note, I do have Prowl in the background, which is going to be my next video, so please stay tuned for that because I really was looking forward to that upgrade kit. Anyways, the legs, you just need to bring the knees up a little bit, and they do tab into his tail, I guess. I'm not really sure what to call it. It's just like a hard piece. They do tab in there on the sides like so, and it's at an awkward angle at first. You just have to move the legs appropriately to get it in there, and then it stays pretty straight. The arms do bend all the way back, and you want to keep those straight, and there's like a false illusion of it tabbing in. You just kind of push them down onto the legs, and then they kind of just stay there, and they stick in, so it's like tabbed in, but I don't recall really seeing much about it. And now I did find this awkward about like the head still being out there until I realized that the weapon is there, and then that covers the motorcycle, and it's a little hard to get it in there the first couple times. You kind of have to like wiggle around and break it in, but once it's in there, it's awesome. And then you half tab in the sword straight into the rest of the motorcycle, and that's pretty much it. Now it's neat, it's short, simple, as all other core class figures are, and it does relatively roll. Like the wheels aren't as loose as they should be for the amount of rolling that I would want on a motorcycle, but it's fun. The colors are fun. Nothing too crazy, but it's definitely a neat purchase for the price, especially. And yeah, just to show you quickly, like that's how it is as a weapon. You kind of just stick the bottom of it into the hand of a bigger transformer. I would probably reserve that for a leader class or bigger, just because this is still a pretty big blade that you would be carrying. But yeah, that's it for Geocron. Let me know what you thought that in the comments below. I thought he was pretty neat. I wouldn't change much. Honestly, I would probably even pick up a recolor just to see like if the colors are neat. I would be interested in that because it's a fun little figure, and the only other core class motorcycle that I enjoy is Mohawk from the live action movies. But anyways, that's that, and thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.